Episode 13, Confessions of a Female Swimmer. After the team's amazing victory we had, it was time to take it off for a day after practicing so hard. So I went to the library to catch up on some of my studies for my classes. My boyfriend might meet up with me there. Satomi and Sei might also come, as they told me that our health class, there was an exam coming up. So I decided to help my friends by picking out books and other materials to help study. So I packed my messenger bag to get ready to go. I've been to the library before, as Makoto and I do meet there a lot sometimes to study. Sometimes he goes by himself and meets up with Haru and Asahi. I wonder if he'll see his friends there. The library is about 2 stories high, and it's filled with all kinds of resources to check out. This one's not attached to any particular college. Why, it's a good place for all of us college students to meet up. We might even run into some Hidaka students. It's not surprising. The Hidaka team did just text Hana-chan and I about wanting to race us next. Hana-chan was meeting with their member manager Tomo today to discuss more of the regimen. I might need to check to see if my friends are here in the library. So I quietly said, Satomi, Sei, are you here? Satomi stood here in the distance, fumbling through some books. I used some hand gestures to try to get her attention. Hi, Captain! You made it, Satomi said in a whisper. I whispered at once to see her. We both wondered if Sei was hiding. I know the library is certainly her favorite place, and we knew she probably absorbed herself with some books. We quietly looked at every bookshelf until we found her. Of course, she was reading horror novels. She nodded, but she really wanted to check out the book she was holding. So we all walked out together to see if we could find any books that we were looking for in the non-fiction section on her top. We got lost, but then I saw my boyfriend there with Haru. Makoto, I said quietly. Makoto was happy to see me and the girls. Haru just stood there quietly while Makoto was picking up books from the high shelf. Gotcha. I got a book on the topic that could help you on exam for study. I told him that's very useful. Thank you for it. I asked if Haru is doing the same test. Or is his different from ours? I asked. Makoto said, Haru is doing a similar one, but he has more essay answers than us. Oh wow, I guess we Meijo Shuo students got lucky. Haru did not look very happy. I wonder if he's alright. He hadn't said a word. The girls and I continued to look for more books. We couldn't find it. Haru and Makoto even helped us too. And then we saw someone, a tall girl with long, dark hair, asked if we needed any help. I told her I did need help because we were having a hard time finding a book on the athlete's digestive tract. And the girl told us where it was located on the shelf on the 2nd floor. I thanked her. So all 5 of us had to climb up these large flight of stairs. And as soon as we got there, I said, I will check the bottom shelf, and you check the top shelf, sweetie. That's one advantage Mako and I have with our height differences. Mako grabbed the heaviest book from the top shelf on the subject, and I grabbed another one that was lighter on the bottom shelf. Haru seemed to grab a whole stack of books. Haru? Makoto then asked, Haru, are you okay? Do you need me to help you? Haru just nodded. No. I hope he doesn't drop all the books. Satomi and Sei also found a few books on the subject too. Okay, girl, let us sit on the table and start to read and grab our note-taking materials. Makoto sat with Haru and helped him carry all of his books. Both boys waited patiently for Asahi, as he was supposed to meet up with them. I almost wondered if he was spending time with Hana-chan, since they are a couple now. But then Kisame ended up showing up and ended up sitting with them. And we all crammed so hard. After studying, we packed up and checked out the books we needed. We saw that same girl who helped us. Scanned all of our books. It was so nice of you to help us like that. But I did not get your name. I'm Gou Matsuoka. I'm from Meiji University. I'm the captain of the Ties That Bind Swim Club, and these are my two teammates, Satomi and Seimaru. We all bowed, and they introduced ourselves. The girl paused to process the thought. I'm Ziana Adeola. I just moved here a month ago. I go to Hidaka University. It was a lovely sounding name, but at that moment, I had a hard time saying it. Zia Adeola? She told me that I could just call her Zia, as her teammates already do this. She smiled, wide, and closed her eyes. She seemed to be very expressive. Teammates? I asked. Do you swim? And she said yes, she does. She has to get going now. Her teammates need her back for her backstroke routine. I wonder if this was the new teammate that Isuzu told me about in the text message she mentioned. Having a foreign exchange student. This must be her. Anyways, before we head out, I need to check on my boyfriend. The girls left and waved goodbye, and Haru and Makoto fell fast asleep at their table, and Kisame already left. I have to wake them up without disturbing the library code. So I gently patted Mako on his broad shoulder, and I had to do the same thing for Haru. Wake up, Haru and Makoto. Okay. I tried to keep the appropriate volume. I patted them in the back. Makoto then woke up. Go-chan, he said. Shh, not so loud. Hello, dear, I said. And then he said he had no idea, he just dozed off. We definitely still need to wake up Haru. We both tapped him lightly, and then when he woke up, he said some of the strangest things. Come back here, you slimy little dolphin, huh? You think you can have the plate of mackerel all to yourself? Well, think again. Huh? You're about to get wet. It almost seemed like his thoughts from his head were being said out loud. Makoto then said, Haru, it's okay. It's only me. Haru snapped out of his thought when Makoto snapped him back to reality. Let's get Haru back home. I think he's very worn out from studying. You will go with me, and I agreed. Makoto also asked that after we walk Haru back to his car so he can drive back to his apartment. Because I know Kisame, his roommate, is waiting for him. Go. My princess, could you go to the store and buy these items on my list? Makoto asked. Sure. I will meet you back up in your apartment. So I quickly got back to his apartment after I bought the items he needed. I opened the door with the groceries in my hand. Mako, I'm home. He was just as happy to see me back. Then he grabbed the bag of groceries from my hand. Together we packed the food in his fridge. I felt weak and the urge to use the restroom all of a sudden after packing the fridge. So I left to use the restroom. Hopefully I won't be long. As soon as I went there was blood. I almost forgot I was due with my period. I forgot to get my hygiene products I needed for this. I'm new as a swimmer, and this is something that we female swimmers have to deal with. And not having supplies on me almost seems like a total nightmare. I almost screamed very loudly in agonizing pain. Makoto heard it. Then he tried to walk me towards the restroom. It was embarrassing. He is my boyfriend, but I did not want him to see me like this. Go, darling, what's the matter? He asked. I wanted to enable him away, but all I could do was just cry. How in the living daylights am I ever going to explain this? I constantly took deep breaths. Makoto stood over me with concern. Okay, Makoto, I need to tell you something. I didn't finish what I was supposed to say. But he saw the blood and smelled it. Ko-chan, you got your period, he asked. Yeah, it was awkward, he said it out loud. But how would he know? But he's a guy. But then he told me that his little sister Ron did get it the last time he visited his family last year on the holidays. He said it's okay. Just tell me what you need, he said. I told him I needed a lot of things. Like sanitary napkins, tampons, all that stuff. He said he will look in the pharmacy for me. I will text him exactly what I need.